And welcome to Thursdays with Annette at 2 o'clock. Thanks for joining me. Last week we were in the kitchen and I made sausage rolls and we had a huge response. So thank you all for your positive feedback. Let's just talk about a couple of comments before we get into the show. Now, Laura wrote, "Oh my goodness, Annette, I've made these tonight and they're so yummy. I wanted to find a quick healthy recipe and I have one. This is a keeper, and my daughter made the apple strudel with the leftover filo from the sausage rolls we made as well." And that's a great way, isn't it, to use up your filo. It turned out fabulous, she said. Now, Rachel said that they love making the sausage rolls for all the kids' parties. So isn't that a great idea? And Poppy commented that they used turkey mince instead of beef mince for the sausage rolls. So I thought that was a clever option as well. Tracy said the sausage rolls were a great idea. She uses them for school lunches, which I think is brilliant. And Leanne said that the Moroccan sausage rolls in book 7 are her hubby's favourite, so that's fantastic. Now, we always have winner chicken dinners every week, and the 3 winners who won book 2, which was the sausage rolls, are the fabulous Sarah Hughes, Mary Raptis and Gabrielle Blair. So they are getting their signed copy in the mail. So well done. And I've got a great prize to give away later, so you stay tuned. Now, what I want to talk about this week is rethink your drink. That's right, because people focus on food when trying to lose weight. But what you're drinking could be causing more problems than you think. You really do need to be careful that you aren't sucking loads of calories through a straw. You could easily be consuming over half of your recommended daily intake with calories just in drinks. That's why I wanted to talk about it today, because it maybe is time to rethink your drink. Now, we hear a lot of people say that they can't drink 8 glasses of water a day. Yet, they'll happily have 4 or 5 coffees a day, maybe a couple of litres of soft drink, some beer or wine, and so they're drinking a lot. So let's start looking at the problem. Now, I've got some great examples of calories in some popular drinks. You might want to grab pen and paper so you can take down the notes, because it might be something you're interested in for looking at as a daily thing when you're drinking. So let's look at 600 ml servings and see what the difference is. All right, so let's start with water. Well, hello, 0 calories, so that's fine. 600 ml of soft drink have 258 calories. An iced coffee, remember we're talking 600 ml, 542 calories. Orange juice for 600 ml, 168 calories. Now, a flat white skim milk, no sugar, has 186 calories. And I was a bit shocked by that, because I kind of think, that, if no sugar in it, it wouldn't have much. But if you add full milk to that, it actually bumps it up to 336 calories. White wine, 408 calories, and a 600 of beer is 240. But with beer and wine, do you just have one a day? I don't know. So let's look closer at some of the common drinks that we have. Fruit juice. Now, this is one that I never include fruit juice in my menu plans, because I don't want to waste the calories. There's better things to do, I think, because my problem with drinking juice is that you can drink it quite easily. So, a glass of, if you had a glass that size of juice, you could easily drink that in a matter of minutes. But if you're squeezing your fresh orange juice, you're going to probably use at least 3 or 4 oranges to get that full. Now, I challenge you to actually sit down in one sitting and eat 3 or 4 oranges. Now, what the difference is in the juice, you've just got the liquid and very little of the pulp. And that's why it's so easy to drink it. Whereas when you're eating the oranges, you're getting all of the pulp and that's the fibre, and that's what will fill you up. So I kind of always say to people, can you eat the fruit instead of juice it? So I kind of feel that that's the better way to go. Now let's talk about soft drinks. Now, I gave up soft drinks early on in my weight loss journey, and I have never gone back to them because I really felt quite uncomfortable with all the gas And I mean, my tummy would protrude and I'd go, my gosh. And I realised it was because of the soft drink. The other thing with some soft drinks, you know, they've got caffeine in them, and that's addictive, and that's not great. And look, let's look at the sugar for a minute. Let's see, you be the judge. How much sugar do you think is in one of these 2-litre bottles of soft drink? Let's count together. You ready?
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7,
Keep going.
8, 9,
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm making a mess.
16, 17, 18,
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. My hand is hurting. Keep going. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
36,
Oh my God!
38,
39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Yeah. That's what you're getting, as well as a messy bench. That is the sugar that's in a 2-litre bottle. Now, you've got to be careful of that because that's really adding lots of calories to your day. Now, you go, well, it's okay, Annette, I do diet soft drink. Well, no, it's still even more gassy. I mean, you think of how you burp when you've had soft drink. It's never just a little beep, it's like a bleh. And that is because the body is trying to get rid of all that gas. It doesn't want it. But you also really need to be careful of the artificial sweeteners in the diet ones, because what they do is they're so sweet, those drinks, and they keep your sweet tooth going. And I think it's really something that a healthy person really doesn't bother with. And I think that's what you are, aren't you? Are you a healthy person? Yes, of course you are. All right, so then you go to energy drinks. And these are really popular. I'm amazed at the amount of flavours and different varieties on the shelves because these were created for athletes. Now, hands up if you're an athlete. I'm not seeing any hands go up. That's right. So you don't need it. And if you're giving these to your kids, that's crazy. Unless they've done like a big marathon run, then maybe that's okay. But put them away. They're designed for athletes because they're full of different things that give them energy to be able to have endurance when they're running their 50 kilometres. Yeah, are you doing that? Well, I know I'm not, so that's out of the question. Now, coffee and tea, they're not classed as water, because you have to have 8 litres, my God, that'd be crazy. 8 glasses of water a day, so that's 2 litres is really good for you. So this is what the ultimate drink, of course, but tea and coffee are more a diuretic, so they actually make you go to the toilet and dehydrate you. So that's not ideal. Then if you're adding milk and sugar, then you're adding lots of calories, so be very careful with that. Now let's talk about alcohol. Now this is, once again, it doesn't hydrate you like water. It's really got nothing nutritional in it. I know a lot of people will be shocked to hear that. Our body doesn't need it to survive. And I really want to question how much alcohol you're having in a day because there's lots of calories. Now, here's an example of 3 different glasses. There we go. So, what do you think? I think the one I'd certainly want to drink would be this one here because it looks way more generous. But actually, they each have 150 mils, which is the recommended serve for alcohol, for wine when you go to the restaurants and that. So that's the standard size. So, yeah, be careful about the size of your glasses. Now, cordial's another one. I'm not a big fan because it's, once again, it's sugar-based. And then the diet one, well, once again, it's got the artificial sweeteners. And so I'm just thinking maybe pass on that. But, occasionally it wouldn't hurt. Milk. Now, let's talk about milk because a lot of people drink milk. But it's not a drink. It's actually food. Okay? So don't use it as a drink. This is your drink. This isn't. Now, when you think about milk, this is a glass of skim milk. And I'm going to just show you the difference between skim milk and full fat milk, okay? It's quick. I can make it into full fat straight away by adding 10 grams of fat. So that's, pop that in. Now, it's floated to the top, looks super gross. Would you want to drink that? If that, I said, oh look, I'll melt that fat for you, and there's your full fat milk. No, a healthy person on a weight loss program, go to the skim. Get used to it. It's like when you cut out sugar in your tea and coffee. Once you get used to skim milk, you'll never go back. Now, let's talk about this little one here, the iced coffee. Well, it's a mocha, iced coffee mocha. Now, the calories in that bottle, and I mean, you would never have this as a meal, would you? It'd be just like a morning tea or a drink in the afternoon or whatever. It has 18.5 grams of fat. So there's half my fat gone for the day on a weight loss plan. 53.5 carbohydrates, and it's got no dietary fibre. This is something that I would not be putting in my trolley. Now, what I would compare that to in a way is my iced coffee, which I have every morning. So this is my iced coffee drink, and it is a completely different story because it has the same amount of protein, really, 15 grams of protein, but we have in the shakes 7 grams of fibre. And put the fibre and the protein together and bang, you will be satisfied a heck of a lot longer than when you've had this. Plus as well, 1.9 gram of fat and 158 calories. Yeah, I know which coffee drink I'm going to have. So none of the drinks that I've actually mentioned to you right now can be replaced for your water, okay? These are all drinks. Water is obviously the premium drink. I don't want to go on about it, but 8 glasses a day. If you can't do it, start with 2 and then do that for a few days and add to 4 and slowly add up and let your body get used to it. The best drinks apart from water are herbal teas. I've got a whole cupboard full of different types of herbal teas, so, make that a bit of a fun thing to have because they are going to be counted as your water. But it doesn't count for the dandelion and the sweet infused ones, okay? It's just basic herbal. Now, I've got some suggestions to help you get into a better habit with water. I've got 5 for you. So the first one is buy a water purifier, so that way, your water will taste better than if it's just coming out of the tap. 2, have a water bottle with you wherever you go at all times. 3, if you're having trouble remembering to drink enough water, then download the Drink Water app, and you can actually program it to ding every hour to remind you to have a drink. I often, in winter especially, have a hot water and lemon juice in it, squeeze some lemon. So that might be another way for you to get your water in. And once again, remember, herbal teas count. So to finish up, I think you've got to remember that it's important to stay hydrated, but remember the calories in a lot of these drinks could be making your weight loss plan less successful. So remember that. Now, this week we're going to give away, what should we give away? I know, let's do it. Let's do the iced coffee shakes. They're worth $39. So who wants to win a box of these? There's 14 in a box. 3 winners will go in to win this. So I'll pick 3. Do you want to be one of them? Like, share, hashtag simply too good. Remember, like, share, hashtag, and you'll be in the draw to win your very own. And you can pick the flavour you want. If you don't like coffee, you can have either the creamy vanilla or the wicked chocolate. Now, next week's show, I'm going to be doing a fantastic recipe in the kitchen. I'll be donning my apron, and it's the rendang beef and veg curry out of book 7. I thought this is a good time. We're getting into the colder nights. Let's do that one. And it's super easy to make and tastes amazing. But before I go, can I mention that I'm going to be speaking and presenting at the Weight Loss Expo in Sydney from the 20th to the 22nd of July. Now, this is in Sydney, so I hope all my Sydney girls and guys are going to come and say hello, because if you go onto their Facebook, it's called the Weight Loss Expo, go onto the Facebook or into their email, www.theweightlossexpo.com. you can get a free ticket, but it finishes today. That's right, you can get a free ticket. There's going to be me there, there's going to be, who else is going to be there? There's Michelle Bridges and the guy from Bachelor. What was his name? Tim, yes. I might be interested in meeting him. Well, thanks for joining me today. I mean, who knew that weight loss could be so deliciously healthy? It's all about rethinking your drink, guys. And don't forget, if you want any more tips or recipes, go to www.simplytoogood.com.au. But before I go, I've just remembered, I forgot these. These glasses. This is what I used to have as a kid. This is what is a glass, 250 ml. This is what everyone's using now. It's 600 mils. So if you're filling up your juice or your soft drink or your chocolate milks with these big tumblers, it's quite different to what we had when I was growing up. So really think about your sizes. It makes a difference. Thanks for joining me. Hope it's helped. Take care. I'll see you next week. Bye now.